Picture this. You hand over big money for a high-end cruise, glass of sparkling wine in hand. Standing under bright sunlight, sure you've booked something perfect, smooth, untouched by flaws, but then it hits you. What feels natural, effortless, real, often staged? Hidden parts stay out of sight. Carefully planned moments replace genuine ones. These trips promise everything, included zero worries, top-tier comfort on water. Yet beyond shiny railings, cheerful faces, colorful ads, hides another layer travelers rarely notice or challenge. Extra charges pop up where none seem to exist. Room upgrades nudge you toward more cost. Workers below deck face tough conditions. Subtle nudges push you to spend without realizing it. Cruise companies mastered making luxury feel authentic while swapping quality for profit behind closed doors. We show what stays covered up, the truths they prefer staying buried. Once the mechanics become clear, your view shifts forever. The myth of fully covered luxury. Most luxury cruises claim nothing extra will cost you, yet things get tricky past the basics. Meals show up without charge, same with standard shows in your room. But if you want fancy dinners, top-shelf drinks, massages, solo trips off the ship, internet access, tips for staff, or sealed water bottles, prepare to pay more. These extras aren't accidents, they're built into the plan. Money earned once passengers board often beats income from initial tickets. Feeling like it's all covered makes people spend easier later. Being surrounded by ocean and excitement softens how much scrutiny goes toward each purchase. The cabin upgrade game. Most people book cruises after seeing a surprisingly small number on screen. That starting cost hides layers waiting just behind it. As soon as you begin reserving your spot, new options pop up one after another. Offers appear once you're actually on board too, framed as special chances that won't last. Crew members know some rooms were meant to fill beyond capacity from day one. The moment you say yes to more space feels spontaneous but fits an old blueprint. Life behind the scenes on ships beneath the polished decks lies a hidden reality. Working non-stop, 10 to 14 hours every single day, crew run on relentless schedules. 7 days a week, no breaks. For half a year or more, they stay on board without stepping ashore. Pay tends to shock outsiders, often low, with extra money coming only from guest generosity. High-end service praised in brochures leans on tired people doing hard shifts. Rigid chains of command shape their daily routine, watched closely at nearly all times. Far below those glittering lounges, sleeping quarters feel tight, packed, meant for sharing, nothing like the comfort guests enjoy upstairs. Food isn't as exclusive as believed. Meals on fancy cruises look impressive at first glance, yet behind the scenes, they come from huge batches, made far away. Frozen components travel long distances before reaching the kitchen. Identical dishes show up on different vessels, just plated a bit differently. Paying more for certain spots on board does not always mean better ingredients arrive on your plate. What changes is who gets access, not what's on the fork. Style and setting carry the experience further than taste ever could. Medical emergencies at sea, ships float on water, but that does not mean doctors wait inside. Medical rooms exist, sure, though run by private firms charging sky-high fees. Insurance rarely pays a penny when treatment happens at sea. If someone falls critically ill, lifting them off by air can drain bank accounts fast. Blame slips through cracks. Cruise companies shield themselves in fine print most never see. Hidden costs that add up quickly. Most folks barely notice how costs pile up on high-end cruises. Hidden extras pop up from the start, tips that get added automatically, fees just for docking. Short trips cost more than they should thanks to built-in price bumps. Swapping cash, that comes with sneaky extra charges too. Gamblers might not realize the slots and tables tilt against them more than on solid ground. Each little fee seems minor when it hits the tab. Together, though, they push the total way higher by trip's end. Hidden environmental costs. Big cruise vessels use vast quantities of fuel, leave behind huge volumes of trash, yet still keep harming sea ecosystems. Even though some firms talk about green efforts, those actions rarely match the scale of damage caused by moving entire towns across water. Upgraded sewage processing or greener energy sources usually show up just because laws demand them, never before. Surprising how little changes until rules force it. Loyalty programs versus real value. Getting high rank on cruise rewards feels good at first. Still, what you gain tends to shrink later on. Boarding early, drinking for free, saving a little, these things look nice. Yet regular cruisers usually pay much more just to keep their level. Companies like steady clients who act the same each trip. That pattern helps them plan. It does not mean travelers win financially in return. The mindset behind luxury cruise travel. Lighting that feels warm on the skin shapes how you see things without saying a word. Smells drift through halls on purpose, pulling attention toward bars or shops. Music hums low beneath conversations, nudging moods in quiet ways. Rooms stretch wide or close tight by plan, not chance, guiding where people move. Clocks vanish from walls. Daylight hides behind small windows. Events stack one after another, so minutes blur into hours. Choices feel easier here, somehow even expensive ones. Thinking twice fades when every detail soothes the mind. Spending becomes natural because nothing stops it. Why certain guests get preferential treatment. Some travelers get treated differently than others. Cruise companies watch how much you spend, whether you complain often, and if you keep coming back. Those who spend more tend to see quicker help, nicer treatment, later bedtimes at restaurants, and small extras without asking. When someone seems to spend little or speaks up too much, things might just take longer, feel colder, or miss details. Comfort isn't always about money. It can depend on data patterns behind the scenes. At the end, most high-end cruises operate just fine. No fraud involved, but every detail gets shaped around one goal: making money without breaking the mood of ease. Instead of skipping them entirely, get clear on how things really run behind the scenes. That knowledge helps dodge extra charges. Pick wisely, because comfort hits harder when you know exactly why it costs what it does. Should this shift your view on sea travel? Passing it along might help a friend booking their getaway?